Did you know that some fruits, the very ones we've trusted for years, could actually be aging you faster, inflaming your joints, and wrecking your blood sugar worse than a donut? I'm Dr. Michael Trent, and if you're over 60, you need to hear this. In a recent study published in the American Journal of Geriatric Nutrition, seniors who regularly ate certain high-fructose fruits were found to have a 64% greater risk of metabolic dysfunction, including blood sugar spikes, cognitive decline, and even cardiac complications. The problem? Many of these fruits are labeled as healthy, yet they could silently be sabotaging your health every single day. And here's the thing. As we age, our metabolism slows down, our insulin response weakens, and our organs don't detoxify as fast. So even something as innocent as a fruit salad could be working against you, unless you know exactly which fruits to embrace and which to ditch. The good news? I'm going to show you 4 powerful fruits that act like natural medicine for the heart, brain, and joints, and 4 that could be doing more harm than good. And trust me, you won't want to miss number 1 on the danger list. It's in nearly every senior's kitchen. Before we dive in, let us know in the comments where you're watching from, and don't forget to subscribe to SageGrains for more life-saving tips. Now let's jump right in. Fruit number 4 to eat: avocados. Yes, avocados. They're technically a fruit, and they deserve a spotlight here for their all-around healing power. See, unlike sugary fruits that spike your blood sugar, avocados are loaded with monounsaturated fats, especially oleic acid, the same heart-healthy fat found in olive oil. For seniors, this is a game changer. Studies show it helps lower LDL cholesterol while boosting the good HDL kind, protecting your arteries and reducing the risk of stroke or heart attack. And it gets even better. Avocados contain more potassium than bananas, almost 975 milligrams per fruit. Why does that matter? Because potassium helps relax blood vessel walls, lowering blood pressure naturally. And since nearly 70% of seniors over 60 suffer from hypertension, this is a fruit that can do more than any pill. It doesn't stop there. Avocados are also high in lutein, a powerful antioxidant that protects your eyes from age-related macular degeneration, the leading cause of vision loss after 60. Plus, if you're eating veggies, and I hope you are, avocado helps you absorb the fat-soluble vitamins in those foods. Vitamins like D, E, and K need healthy fats to be absorbed properly. Eating just half an avocado with your salad can boost nutrient uptake by over 300%. That means fewer supplements and more results from the food you're already eating. Want to make it easy? Slice some into your toast, mash it with lemon, or add it to your morning smoothie. However you do it, this fruit is a must-have in your daily routine. Fruit number 3 to eat: apples. Apples may seem ordinary, but for seniors, they're one of the best fruits you can eat every single day. Why? Because they're rich in pectin, a type of soluble fiber that not only improves digestion, but also binds to cholesterol in your gut and flushes it out. This lowers your LDL cholesterol levels and reduces your risk of cardiovascular disease without medications. But the benefits don't stop at your heart. Apples are also packed with quercetin, a flavonoid that reduces inflammation and supports a strong immune system. And get this, quercetin has been shown to protect against age-related memory loss by calming the oxidative stress in brain tissue. That means sharper thinking, better focus, and even a reduced risk of Alzheimer's disease. And for those managing blood sugar, apples, despite their natural sweetness, have a low glycemic index. The fiber slows the release of sugar into your bloodstream, keeping levels stable. Not to mention, apples help with oral health too. The act of chewing stimulates saliva production, which helps protect against cavities and gum disease. That's huge because poor oral health has been linked to heart disease and even cognitive decline. So whether you like Gala, Granny Smith, or Fuji, make apples a daily habit. 1 apple a day really does keep the doctor away, especially if you're over 60. Fruit number 2 to eat: pomegranate. This next fruit is like a superhero for your cardiovascular system. Pomegranate, rich in ruby red juice and tiny seeds called arils, is one of the most antioxidant-dense fruits on the planet. What makes it so powerful? A compound called punicalagins, which helps reduce plaque buildup in arteries, lower systolic blood pressure, and reduce inflammation in the blood vessels. In fact, a study in Atherosclerosis Journal found that daily pomegranate intake reduced arterial blockages by up to 35% in older adults. But it doesn't just help your heart, it also benefits your brain. In a UCLA study, seniors who drank pomegranate juice daily had significantly better memory, recall, and cognitive performance than those who didn't. That's because punicalagins help preserve neurons and protect against oxidative stress, which is a major factor in age-related brain decline. Pomegranate is also naturally anti-inflammatory and can help with joint pain and stiffness. Perfect for those managing arthritis or muscle fatigue. Even better, pomegranate doesn't spike your blood sugar like many fruits do. It has a low glycemic index, meaning it's safe for those managing prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. You don't need a whole glass either. Just half a cup of seeds or a small splash of pure juice in your smoothie can deliver major benefits. Pro tip: avoid brands with added sugar and opt for 100% juice or the fresh seeds. Your heart, brain, and joints will thank you. Fruit number 1 to eat: berries. At the top of our Eat Daily list are berries, especially blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. These aren't just tasty, they're tiny brain-boosting powerhouses. Berries are loaded with anthocyanins, which help reduce inflammation, boost brain cell communication, and literally slow cognitive aging. In fact, a Harvard study showed that seniors who ate berries just twice a week had cognitive performance similar to someone 2.5 years younger. Berries also help improve balance and coordination, key factors in preventing falls, which are a leading cause of injury after 60. But that's not all. Berries lower blood pressure, improve artery function, and reduce CRP levels, an inflammation marker linked to heart disease. And they're fantastic for digestion too. With around 8 grams of fiber per cup, berries support gut health and prevent constipation, which is a common concern as we age. Want better blood sugar control? Berries help regulate glucose levels after meals and prevent insulin spikes. Add them to oatmeal, yogurt, smoothies, or just eat them fresh. Just skip the dried or sweetened ones. Stick with frozen or fresh for maximum benefits. A cup a day is a delicious healing habit you won't regret. Fruit number 4 to avoid: grapes. Now that we've covered the top 4 fruits every senior should eat daily, let's talk about the ones you should never touch, starting with grapes. I know, grapes look harmless. They're juicy, bite-sized, and often labeled as heart healthy. But for older adults, they can be a real blood sugar time bomb. Why? Because grapes contain a form of sugar called glucose fructose, and they have almost no fiber to slow that sugar down. That means every time you pop a few grapes into your mouth, you're sending pure sugar straight into your bloodstream, and fast. Just 1 cup of grapes has about 23 grams of sugar, which is nearly the same as a candy bar. The worst part? They're so easy to overeat. You could eat 100 grapes in one sitting without even realizing it. For seniors dealing with insulin resistance, prediabetes, or fatigue, this can lead to energy crashes, cravings, and long-term blood sugar damage. But that's not all. Grapes are also one of the most pesticide-heavy fruits unless you buy organic. And those residues can burden your liver, upset your gut, and weaken your immune defenses, all of which are already more vulnerable with age. And unlike apples or pears, the grape skin is too thin to offer much fiber or protection. In short, grapes are sweet, seductive, and secretly harmful. If you love them, keep them as an occasional treat, not a daily habit. Fruit number 3 to avoid: dried fruits. Coming in at number 3 is dried fruit. And I'm talking about raisins, dried mangoes, dates, apricots, all of them. These might sound healthy, but for seniors, they can be one of the worst choices in your kitchen. The reason is simple. Dried fruits are sugar bombs in disguise. When fruit is dried, all the water is removed, and what's left behind is highly concentrated sugar with almost no water content to fill you up. That makes it dangerously easy to overeat. Take dried apricots, for example. Just 6 pieces can pack over 20 grams of sugar, and without water and fiber, that sugar hits your bloodstream fast, leading to blood sugar spikes, mood crashes, and inflammation throughout the body. But there's more. Most commercial dried fruits are treated with sulfites, chemical preservatives used to maintain color and shelf life. These can trigger headaches, asthma attacks, and even allergic reactions, especially in seniors with compromised respiratory health. And let's not forget the joint pain. Sugar feeds inflammation, and inflammation is a root cause of arthritis, cognitive decline, and even heart disease. If you're over 60, your goal should be less inflammation, not more. That means skipping dried fruits or reserving them for very rare occasions. Want something chewy and sweet? Try a small handful of nuts or fresh berries instead. They'll satisfy the craving without the sugar spike. Fruit number 2 to avoid: unripe bananas. Next up is one you've probably eaten without even realizing the risk: unripe bananas. Now, ripe bananas, the yellow ones with some brown spots, can actually be good in moderation. But green bananas or underripe ones, that's where the problems begin. They're high in something called resistant starch, which sounds healthy, but here's the catch. Your digestive system can't break it down easily. That leads to gas, bloating, and stomach discomfort, especially for seniors with slower digestion or conditions like IBS. And here's the thing, when your gut is under stress, it affects your whole body. Poor digestion means fewer nutrients absorbed, weaker immunity, and lower energy. Many seniors already struggle with digestion due to lower stomach acid and enzyme production. Eating hard-to-digest fruits like green bananas only makes it worse. On top of that, unripe bananas have fewer antioxidants than ripe ones. Those protective compounds increases the banana ripens, meaning the greener it is, the less benefit you're actually getting. And let's talk about the taste. That chalky, astringent mouthfeel, it's a sign of tannins, compounds that can irritate the gut lining and even bind to nutrients, blocking absorption. So unless your doctor specifically recommends resistant starch for gut healing, it's best to wait until your bananas are nice and ripe. Spotty, soft, and easier on the stomach. Fruit number 1 to avoid: grapefruit. And finally, the number 1 fruit to avoid if you're over 60 is grapefruit. Shocking, right? Grapefruit has been marketed for years as a diet food, but it's actually one of the most dangerous fruits for seniors on medication. The reason? Grapefruit contains compounds called furanocoumarins that interfere with your liver's ability to break down drugs. That means if you take grapefruit with certain medications, you're essentially overdosing, even if you follow the prescription exactly. Here's how it works. Grapefruit blocks an enzyme in your intestines called CYP3A4, which is responsible for metabolizing around 85 different medications. These include common drugs for high blood pressure, cholesterol, anxiety, and heart rhythm disorders. Just half a grapefruit or a small glass of juice can spike your medication levels in the blood by up to 400%, causing severe side effects, including liver damage, kidney problems, and muscle breakdown. And the danger isn't just immediate. The enzyme suppression can last for 72 hours, which means even spacing your meds in grapefruit doesn't solve the problem. If you're taking statins like atorvastatin, blood pressure meds like nifedipine, or anti-anxiety drugs like buspirone, grapefruit could be quietly putting your health at serious risk. Always check with your doctor or pharmacist before consuming grapefruit if you're on any prescription medications. So, let's quickly recap what we've covered so far, and more importantly, what this means for your health. If you're over 60, here are the 4 fruits you should absolutely eat every single day to support your heart, brain, and longevity. Avocados, healthy fats, potassium, vision support. Apples, fiber, cholesterol-lowering pectin, quercetin for brain protection. Pomegranates, powerful antioxidants for heart and memory. Berries, anthocyanins to slow brain aging, boost balance, and reduce blood pressure. And here are the 4 fruits you should seriously avoid or minimize, especially if you're managing medications, inflammation, or blood sugar issues. Grapes, high sugar, low fiber, pesticide residue. Dried fruits, concentrated sugar and chemical preservatives. Unripe bananas, hard to digest, low antioxidants, gut irritants. Grapefruit can dangerously interfere with dozens of medications. Remember, it's not about being afraid of fruit, it's about being informed. Fruits can be incredibly healing, but after 60, your body needs precision, not guesswork. Making small changes to your fruit choices can reduce inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, improve mental clarity, and even lower your medication needs over time. That's how you extend your health span, not just your lifespan. Now here's a tip I give every patient over 60. Never eat fruit alone, especially in the morning. Why? Because when you eat fruit by itself, especially high fructose fruits, your blood sugar can spike and then crash. But if you pair your fruit with a healthy fat or a protein, you blunt that sugar spike and keep your energy steady for hours. So instead of a plain apple, pair it with a tablespoon of almond butter. Instead of just berries, add Greek yogurt or chia pudding. This one small shift can completely change how fruit affects your body. It slows digestion, improves nutrient absorption, and keeps insulin levels more stable, which is key for energy, memory, and fat storage. And remember, you don't need a lot. Just a bit of protein or fat turns a snack into a metabolic powerhouse. Boost your fruit benefits after 60. Here's another trick. If you want to get the maximum benefit from your fruits, eat them earlier in the day, ideally before 2 p.m. Why? Because your insulin sensitivity is highest in the morning and declines throughout the day. That means your body handles natural sugars better in the morning, converting them to energy instead of storing them as fat. Plus, eating fruit earlier supports your natural circadian rhythm, giving your liver and pancreas time to process nutrients while your metabolism is active. Late-night fruit, that's when sugar is more likely to be stored and can disrupt sleep too. For seniors, especially those with metabolic concerns, this is a subtle but powerful shift. What to do if you've been eating the wrong fruits? Now, maybe you've been eating grapes every night or snacking on dried fruit without knowing the risks. Don't worry, knowledge is power. You don't have to eliminate fruit completely, just make smarter swaps. Replace grapes with fresh berries. Skip dried mango and choose an apple with cinnamon. Swap your grapefruit for kiwi or oranges if you're on medications. These small shifts can dramatically change how you feel. More energy, better digestion, sharper focus. And the sooner you make the change, the sooner your body responds. Within a few days of switching fruit habits, most of my senior patients report better sleep, more stable energy, and less brain fog. Some even reduce their medication needs over time, all from understanding which fruits work for your body, not against it. So, there you have it. The 4 fruits you should be eating every day, and the 4 you need to cut out of your life if you're serious about staying sharp, strong, and independent into your 70s, 80s, even your 90s and beyond. It's not about dieting. It's not about restriction. It's about choosing wisely. Because after 60, every bite you take is either fighting inflammation or feeding it. Every fruit you eat is either protecting your heart or quietly putting stress on your body. And here's the truth. Aging doesn't have to mean decline. The body is always changing, yes. But with the right nutrition, you can reverse damage, protect your memory, keep your joints moving freely, and support your heart without relying on 15 pills a day. The key is being intentional, and fruit is a big piece of that puzzle. Avocados, apples, pomegranates, and berries are nutrient-dense allies. Grapes, dried fruits, unripe bananas, and grapefruit. Those are the sneaky saboteurs you'll want to avoid. Now I want to hear from you. Have you been eating any of the bad fruits without realizing the impact? Did any of these surprise you? Maybe you've been drinking grapefruit juice every morning or popping grapes like candy. And now you're wondering if that explains the sudden fatigue, brain fog, or even weight gain. Or maybe you've had a positive experience with one of the good fruits, like clearer thinking after adding berries to your breakfast or better digestion with avocado. Let us know in the comments below. Your experience might help someone else in this community make a life-changing decision. We read every comment here at SageGrains, and we're building a space where seniors can support one another and take control of their health together. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who might need it. You never know, one simple change, one better choice, could be the start of someone's journey to a longer, stronger life. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I'm Dr. Michael Trent, and I'll see you in the next video, where we'll explore even more simple, science-backed ways to help you age with confidence, strength, and clarity. Until then, stay healthy, stay curious, and keep thriving.